Hello. Today I am going to be watching a video basically about some of the worst people in the world. Vaccine protesters. Anti-vaxxers. Anti-vaxxers. That is, people who are against vaccines. Nurses protest mandatory COVID-19 vaccines for healthcare workers. I do not believe that these people are nurses. They are not nurses. I'm a 16-year-old and I know better. Let's watch this video. Oh, it's 9 minutes long.
We are at the Ann Schutz campus, counting down. We're getting ready to start the protest.
There shouldn't be a protest. There shouldn't be a protest. It's like, my body, my choice. Yeah, because, like, choice. Compromising the health and safety of everyone around me for my own benefit. What douchebags.
Here.
Refuse to be silent. Healthcare heroes to zero.
I just want to jump on here live, just stating a disclaimer. We are not for or against the vaccination. We are merely standing up for the American citizen.
If you're not against the vaccine, stop protesting and go get a freaking shot. Do you want to die?
Our rights and our medical freedom to choose what we do with our bodies.
This video is AIDS. This video. Your body, your rights, not hospital admins. Yeah, it's your body and your choice, but you should get the freaking vaccine. Do you want this pandemic to end? That's not a question. No, you don't want it to end.
This vaccination is experimental.
Why does this have 1,000 likes?
And not FDA approved, and we are here to stand up not only for us, but for our children, our families, and generations to come.
Generations to come. Yeah, that basically confirms that the pandemic is never going to end.
Why are we not talking about natural immunity?
Natural immunity is bogus, okay? It is bogus.
Please.
It should not be forced.
You shouldn't have to get sick with COVID in order to get immunity.
Forced upon us to either vaccinate or lose our livelihood.
I'm happy to say that 90% of all our employees are currently vaccinated. So we actually have hit a huge threshold in terms of...
Good.
We started about 80% and we just keep working on it and getting that up to this.
Well, good. If 90% of your employees are vaccinated, then that's a good thing.
Where we want, and then obviously the goal is 100%.
I want to get vaccinated, but my mom doesn't trust the vaccine. Oh, God, my mom's one of them.
Our deadline is October 1st for everybody to have completed their series. So it's not, oh, I got my vaccine or I had an appointment. I have finished the series by October 1st.
The series?
There will be
series?
Disciplinary actions up to termination as of October 1st that will be implemented.
You know what? I've been in the healthcare community for over 20 years.
I don't believe that this person ever went to medical school. Their documents are probably forged. Not gonna accuse anyone of anything, but I'm accusing this person of something. Sorry, not sorry.
And I've seen a lot of things change. And I think that one thing that's really missing is having our rights.
The founding fathers who wrote the rights that you have, and the people who and the people who fight in wars to protect your rights are probably looking down from heaven, and the people who have died to protect your rights are probably looking down from heaven and shaking their heads. Look, the Constitution is a thing. People have rights, but maybe some people don't deserve rights.
Being okay.
We do not consent.
We do not consent. That's like something you'd say if you were like protesting like a rape law, and not a freaking vaccine thing.
Give us our right to say no.
Stop.
Yeah, you can say no to vaccines, but you'll just have to wear a mask and probably stay home for the rest of your life. Get vaccinated.
The mandate.
Or not. I already know you're not gonna do it.
I think this is why we live in the United States and that we have the ability to do that. And I think people should be able to express their opinions.
People have the right to express their opinions, but the opinions of these people are freaking wrong.
I think they should be
They're
able to.
freaking wrong.
You know, we should respect that they can do this and should do this if they feel the need. But
By the way, comments are going to be disabled in this video. I don't want anti-vax people coming into my comment section. It's my comment section, my rules.
I think at the end of the day, I think patients will recognize it's just a few groups of people that potentially are in this situation, and that the vast majority, with 90% of our staff and employees vaccinated, most of them don't feel that way.
Medical freedom, right?
Medical freedom. Compromising the health of everyone around me because I'm inconvenienced. How selfish do you have to be?
I don't see it right now, and I want it back.
How selfish do you have to be?
My residents deserve to have that back. They do not deserve to have
I don't believe this person is a nurse.
us gone because we refuse to vaccinate.
I think obviously we want to be respectful of people's individual preferences and their opinions. And there are legal and medical ways to potentially be exempted from.
No. No. No, 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 no. 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 I am continually shocked by how stupid our society is, especially in the United States. People say, if you don't like it, then leave. I can't leave. I'm a 16-year-old. I can't live on my own. In 2019, I thought my country was alright. Well, I mean, yeah. Some people make weird decisions, like that Floridian man who threw an alligator into a Wendy's drive-thru window. But now, I just think this country's stupid. I don't want to live here anymore.
From this, you can supply forms that say you have a religious or medical reason why.
Religious? If you're part of a religion that's against vaccines, I think you shouldn't be part of that religion.
Why you don't need to take the vaccine, but at the end of the day, we feel strongly that the vaccine is the #1 way we can provide protection to our employees, to our staff.
Exactly, so why the heck did you just say that?
And most of all, to our patients in the community. And so at the end of the day, well, again, we want to be respectful, and there will be instances in which someone will be exempted from the vaccine.
I am utterly shocked by how horribly this country is handling this pandemic. It makes me believe that the pandemic is never going to end and we're all just going to die from it. We're all going to be killed by stupid people.
We think
We're going to be indirectly killed by idiots.
this is the right thing to do.
It just hasn't been out long enough for anybody to sit there and know what the real
Yeah, the vaccine's only been out for a couple of months. There's no data on it.
side effects are.
Most side effects are mild. Shut up.
Everybody says it's safe, but you can't really say it's safe if you only had it out for, 18 months? Not even
It's not been out for 18 months. It's been out for like 4.
that. And like she says,
No, 5 months.
natural immunity. There's other ways to go about it.
Yeah, natural immunity. Getting sick and potentially dying from it. Natural immunity is bogus. Shut up.
But anytime you tell somebody that this is the only way you can go about it, red flags are coming up for me.
Yeah, red flags are coming up. You know, I am a firm believer that people like this are a danger to society.
Through the pandemic, I contracted COVID.
get vaccinated.
And that was a very scary situation. I have natural immunities.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't. You might have a natural immunity, but remember, you might be contagious while the thing is sitting there in your body. You might be contagious and you might get somebody else infected who doesn't have natural immunity, and they could end up dead. You are indirectly killing people.
This is one of my other arguments.
I am a firm believer, and I will forever stand by my belief that that at least one person in this protest caught COVID.
Why is the government, why are these people not talking about natural immunities?
Because natural immunity is bogus. The best way to protect yourself from the virus is getting a vaccine. I'd rather have a needle go into my arm and possibly inject a liquid into it and potentially give me mild side effects. There are very little cases where vaccines have severe side effects, and I'm pretty sure there's been no cases of death from it. But I'd rather have a vaccination and risk mild side effects than risk getting the vaccine, than risk getting the virus itself, than having getting natural immunity and possibly dying from it. Yes, I am a young person. I am less susceptible to get killed by it. But young people do die from this virus. It's not as common as elders and young babies and stuff like that. But I'm liable.
I think at the beginning when we first
I'm susceptible.
were questioning whether or not those with immunity really needed to have a shot,
yes, everyone who's had the virus at some point needs a shot.
You could wait initially. Now we.
It reminds me of those smallpox parties that people would have back when smallpox was a big thing, where they'd get one person with smallpox and they'd put their child in the room with the kid with smallpox to transmit it to the child, then and then having herd immunity. Pox party, also known as a flu party, is a social activity where children are deliberately exposed to an infectious disease. Such parties organized to get it over with before vaccines were available, because it was believed childhood infection would be less severe than infection during adulthood. For example, measles is more dangerous to adults than to children over 5 years old. Deliberately exposing people to diseases discouraged by public health officials in favor of vaccination. Flu parties also gained popularity in the late 2010s. Additionally, there exist variations of pox parties that involve shipping infectious materials. In many parts of the world, shipping infectious items is illegal or tightly regulated. Hold on. Chickenpox parties are a terrible idea. In case it's not obvious, chickenpox is nothing to mess with. Chickenpox is nothing to mess with. COVID-19 is nothing to mess with.
We have very good data looking at individuals that received vaccination, did not receive vaccination, and looked at whether or not the rates of reinfection.
Oh my gosh, plane flying overhead. Oh my gosh, why do you have to fly so low?
Those groups are the same. It's not. If you just had natural immunity, your risk of getting reinfected is twice the amount if you got vaccinated. Had natural immunity, your risk of getting reinfected is twice the amount if you got vaccinated.
Exactly. You are twice as likely to be reinfected if you have this natural immunity bull crap than if you were to actually get vaccinated.
vaccinated. And this just has to do with the changes in the virus as well as the breadth of your immune responses. And so even if you had COVID in the past, there is no reason not to get vaccinated, and it's in your interest.
Yeah. This woman is speaking facts. There is no reason to not get vaccinated.
Because we do know that people get reinfected, and often that reinfection,
I once saw a quote, "What doesn't kill you mutates and tries again."
is more severe than the first round. And so the goal again is to keep everybody healthy and safe.
I've never had COVID-19. That's probably because I never go out unless it's like for school and stuff. But I never go out for the purpose of socializing.
For my children are all vaccinated. They go to public schools. I'm here to stand up for our rights. I see.
You got your kids vaccinated, but you're protesting against vaccines. What a freaking hypocrite you are.
That our government, our federal government, our state government, they're coming down and they are trying to take our rights away.
Yeah. Every time the government tries to do something for the safety of people, everyone just accuses them of taking away their rights. Oh, you're taking away my rights. Bull crap.
As American citizens, I'm an advocate all day
Don't miss me when there's
long for my patients,
What?
and I always have been. So why are we as healthcare providers being forced to do something that we don't even force our own patients to do?
literal children with a tantrum. No, I'm not gonna do this. How dare you make me take the vaccine? I don't want the vaccine. I'm not gonna take the vaccine. Same freaking thing with this idiotic crap.
I'm not only standing up for nurses, healthcare workers.
Freedom equals killing people, indirectly killing people.
It's in every sector now.
We need other employees who are afraid to speak up.
Seriously. Going against vaccines and then like at this point I feel like misinformation should be illegal. You might try to accuse me of getting rid of people's rights, but really misinformation is like the worst thing ever.
And are feeling alone, to know that they're not alone, and that you know
This person's probably a Karen.
that they're having
This
the
person's
same
a
feelings
Karen.
that we are.
Medical freedom! Because nothing says freedom like indirectly killing people.
We still care about patients. We still care about the outcomes of patients, and we've always been fierce advocates.
I do not believe that this person is a nurse. None of these people are nurses.
And now we're just advocating for ourselves. We're still patients at the end of the day. This is still medicine. It's still a medical procedure, and we deserve the same right to say no.
You have the right to say no, but maybe you shouldn't say no. Yep. If you say no to vaccines, I'm just gonna take that as like you admitting that you're a murderer.
I have had individual conversations with people to try and understand this, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. There are lots of reasons why people sometimes need to just process and think through. Sometimes that's been successful, sometimes they're still thinking about it, and some individuals perhaps will decide that healthcare is not what they decide to do in the long run, because this is not unique to us. If you look across the country, most healthcare systems are doing this. Almost every medical society, nursing society, pharmacy society has recommended that this is the way to do this, because it is the most effective way.
The vaccine is the most effective way to save ourselves.
For us to be able to protect patients, staff, employees, and the community at large.
We do not consent!
Oh my gosh, there's Kens doing it as well. The male Karens. We do not consent. Well, you probably should.
I worked a shift last night. Came straight from work. Because I feel like our freedom's in jeopardy, and we need to stand up for our kids and stand up for our rights.
Allow for
I hate America.
compassion, because we're all humans. My job is to, again, make sure that they have the appropriate information and that we do the best we can to understand where they're coming from, recognizing that at the end of the day, this is still going to be what it is, and the overall versus
being mandated to take a vaccine and an experiment that we're not comfortable with. And it's an interesting
All of these people have been brainwashed by Facebook.
turn of events, and it's sure been.
It sucks that people are more willing to trust Facebook than actual medical professionals that studied for several years.
An interesting year.
If you do not have a viable religious or medical exemption, then that is the process.
There is no viable religious or medical exemption.
So it's
like this stupid mask debacle. I can't wear a mask because I have a medical exemption. There's no such thing as a medical exemption from a mask. My older sister has asthma and she can breathe with a mask on just fine. So shut up, stop being a baby, and put that stupid mask on.
either you get your vaccine or you've applied for an exemption through our process and you've been approved, and that's the end of the story.
Either you get the vaccine or stay in your home.
I would hope that the administration reverses their decision and at least allows testing and
I've never thought that people who wore American flags were dumb until the coronavirus hit. When like it's exposed some of America's dumbest people.
I think that would be a safer way to.
And every single person at this protest are those people.
To approach this anyway. Because we're not anti-vax, we just.
You're anti-vax. If you're protesting against vaccines, you're anti-vax.
Are anti-experiment.
Anti-experiment. The vaccine already has been experimented many times, and it's been proven to be safe. Whatever you heard on your stupid Facebook or TikTok or something like that is incorrect misinformation that should be taken down immediately.
And I don't feel like the humans should be a petri dish in experiments.
If they wanted to experiment the vaccine, they would have used rats, not humans.
Safety data from the vaccine has been collected worldwide. It's hard in my mind to imagine that we would have that much cooperation across the world to have the same messaging without there being some discrepancies. Over 1.8 billion doses of vaccine have been given worldwide.
1.8 billion? Holy crap, that's a lot.
Right. This is the most scrutinized vaccine that's been given in our history. And I think the fact that they are finding these side effects and potentially really rare serious adverse events.
If animals knew how to talk, they'd call us all dumb. And you know what? They'd be right.
Means people are looking, because if you look at the numbers, it's like 4 in a million or 1 in a million. And the fact that they're seeing this, following it, looking.
1 in a million.
Or 1 means people are looking, because if you look at the numbers, it's like 4 in a million or 1 in a million.
People are just looking for reasons to say that people are bad, selfish.
And the fact that they're seeing this, following it, looking at and observing what happens, I think that's a testament to the fact that it is good science and people are being transparent as to what's actually out there.
What about FDA approval? Would that change your thoughts?
It may.
No, it would not. You are anti-vax, and it is clear. You are selfish, and you suck.
Definitely would. I would rethink my decision. I know there's potential for some safer vaccines that are coming out, and one in particular called the Novavax. Hopefully we may have access to something like that would be safer for us.
1.8 billion doses across the world with lots of reporting mechanisms and a lot of scrutiny of all this data. I don't think the FDA stamp of approval would have changed my mind in terms of what the safety data has already shown us, that it is safe, it is highly effective, and it is the way we are going to get ourselves out of this pandemic.
We're not going to get out of the pandemic. People are too stupid for us to get out of this pandemic. And honestly, I'm done trying. I give up. The virus has won. It's like in Plague Inc. when your virus spreads across the whole world and kills everyone.
My
if you're vaccinated, you are less likely to be hospitalized and die. And at the end of the day, while transmission obviously is a huge part of what we're trying to conquer, keeping people alive is important as well.
So yeah, every single person who have been protesting the vaccines are freaking idiots, and I'm not even trying to sugarcoat it. They're just straight up stupid. They're stupid and selfish, and I honestly wish I could just go in there and talk some sense into them. That's about it. See ya.